Today's topic. Hey, welcome everybody to the Burning Lighthouse, where we openly discuss current and world affairs seen through the eyes of melanated people by melanated people. Today's topic is gentrification and redistricting, where people in power destroy or remove whole communities in the name of redeveloping. They give us this cascade of making our communities brighter and better. But in reality, they make our communities over, but without us. They tear down the old or the memories and build better, or in most cases, more expensive. Better houses, apartments, restaurants, etc. But they jack the prices up where the people from these communities can no longer afford to live there. Memories will be forever a memory. No longer can we visit the sites where we had our first kiss, our first hug, watching our family being family. Only new faces that don't look like us. This has been going on for over 40 to 60 years and maybe even more. It's time we pull the curtains back and expose the powers at play. How you doing this morning, Dave? Trav. Sorry about that. I'll get my
What's
towel
going on?
just
How
in
you,
no
how
time.
everybody doing?
Yeah, man. We're gonna get down and hop right into this, man, and just show what these people have been doing coming into our communities. This first pictures that I'm gonna show are uh from communities in Mobile, Alabama, the down the Bay area. These pictures show homes and houses that have been redeveloped, but the prices have been jacked up so high that the people from these places can't even get in anymore and live. First, they come in and they buy all the homes. They tear them down or they remodel them. They buy for dirt cheap because in a lot of these areas, it's mostly people of color, melanated people in these areas. And you know how they do. They all our property value is way down. It's cheap. So they come in and they buy all the homes. Then they tear them down. In most cases, the ones that they don't want to keep and fix up. Then they develop. See, they weren't developing when the community was black people. They draw red lines around our communities so developers and new developers won't come in, businesses won't come in, nothing that can benefit the neighborhood while it's of black people. But once they get all the black people out, they remove these red lines. It's a well-known thing. This is how they do. So once they build back, the bigger houses, the apartments and restaurants and all of these things, they jack the prices up way up. Well, the people from this community that have been living in these communities their whole lives, they can't afford the rent over here anymore. They can't afford to buy these houses anymore. So they wipe whole communities out. You've been noticing that down your way, Trail?
Yeah, and like you say, them pictures you showing in that area, that's what they've been doing. And they trying to take it further than that. They've been trying though for the last probably 20 years, and they gaining ground right now.
Yeah,
Cause like in that
they
area,
gaining ground.
they moving the international airport is being moved to that area, and like the downtown area, they got new condos down there. They done widen the entertainment district, and there's a lot of us that own land and property in that area. And they started trying to buy them out.
Yeah, I had a young female yesterday that went down to the area and reported for me. She was a lot of the people around there, so they come around mostly every day, knocking on their doors, trying to get them to sell the land, and some of the people don't want to sell. So with that being said, they just gonna be more slow about it, or they'll offer them more pennies. You know what I'm saying, for their homes, because they know that the land is valuable. Because right there off Elmira Street, you got the Mardi Gras, and like you said, they got the international airport right there. They putting right there in Brooklyn Field is right down the street,
Yeah,
and
cause you
so
you know there's like a part of it too. Look, they just took the last couple of years paving that highway right there.
yep, yep, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing,
Yeah, they gon'
and
they
most.
gon' they gonna have to offer more money because they gonna have to get them areas.
Yep,
Because if not, it'll be a failure for them. So they
yep,
gonna have to spend the money, and they gonna do it.
yeah. But it's still gonna be cheaper than what those properties is gonna be worth. You know, and then in all these areas, a lot of that is historic areas,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
whereas you can fix your homes up, but since they are historical houses, it's only so much that they would allow you to do. You can't like remodel them. But these people then came in and they knocking them down. They let them knocking them down. I
Oh,
guess
see the
some of the
see the
historic
see the
houses will still
see
do
what it
that.
is. The trick is they change the whatever zoning law. They'll change it so they can do what they want to do.
Yep, that's the trick. You just said it right there. Change the zoning laws. But when we was in there, oh no, no, you can't add on to that. Oh no, you can't trim that tree. Man, sir, the tree is about to fall. Yeah, yeah, but we gonna have to do it. The city gonna have to do it because this is a historic area, and a lot of these trees and houses you can't cut down, and you can only remodel back to uh specific specifications. Now,
Yeah.
if you been in the building field or the carpentry field, you know what I'm saying, the construction field, you know that to build a historic house back to specifications, you would have to get that type of wood, real wood, when America was building real homes. To get that wood, you're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars because it's not plywood, it's real wood.
Oh
So
yeah. It's gonna
when
be way
a
more
person
expensive.
exactly. So when a person floor is sinking in and he's want to remodel his home, he can only go back with this same type of material, and he can't afford to pay that. Now you go. This man is it's a middle class. He's working. He's got a family, and he might make 65,000 a year. But it's going to take $100,000 to remodel his home with them specifications. But you can change the zoning law and let your people in there where they don't have to do that. All they have to do is knock it down and build anything. This is a travesty, man. Where all these city councilmen at and stuff like that that want us to to vote for them and stuff. What
Yeah,
is
and see,
it?
most people don't know that's the most important voting right there. See, they don't advertise the local voting like they do, like for the president. See,
Yep,
it's like it's more people go out and vote for the president than the local council and stuff like that. But
yep,
that's what changes everything around you in your own city.
yep. But you know what I always say? You gotta have somebody to vote for. Because if you gonna vote for the same people, they got the same agenda and they don't really care. They just sitting up in a chair getting money. Shit, your vote just going in the air. Because if
Yeah,
people
it's
don't,
just going there.
yeah, because if people don't know about you, what that mean? You ain't getting out to the people and letting them know who you are. You're not bringing to the people what they want to hear, like we doing right now. You're not coming into the community and saying, "Man, look, they finna redistrict this whole place. They finna tear everything down and raise the prices up." Where the councilmen at that was in there warning them, telling them what's going on?
Yeah,
You
then you
know,
got to think about all the black owned businesses in that area. That drive them out
yeah,
because you're gonna
driving
get
them all the
better
way out.
stores. You're gonna get better stores around, better restaurants, and all them businesses that's been there for years. They gonna get less business,
Yeah,
and they
gonna get
eventually
less
shut down.
bidders, and then they gonna come in there with the the codes. We don't remade the codes. All the stores and businesses in this area got to be up here, along with these new places that they even built up. So now they gonna run them out of business. You know, this is what they do. And I'm gonna tell you something else they do. You know, I'm from the Pritchard area in Alabama. A long time ago, Pritchard was majority of Pritchard was white. You know, uh, what they did then, they left when we started moving in. When they started moving us in, they sold us homes that were overpriced and already old.
Yep, already old.
So then 20, 20, 30 years later, these homes are so old that people don't want to, banks don't want to give you loans to remake the homes. So then what they do is gentrification. They come back to the community that they sold to us for way over the true market value, and buy them up
And they bound
below
for
market value
for pennies.
for pennies. Tear them down, build it up, overprice them what we can't afford, and they push us out to their homes that they're moving out of. So we think, oh, we going out here. Oh, it's always nice out here and stuff like that. And they going into these homes that's been there 30, 40, 50 years, thinking that they are getting some nice homes. Baby, it's
Yeah, the
only
house
paint.
already old.
It's already old. You ain't got nothing but paint.
Then, then especially down here with termite.
Mm-hmm.
The house already old and they still gonna sell it to you for like you say for a high price,
Yep. I just seen
overpriced.
them. Yeah,
And
I seen
then they
all them
gonna take their
houses.
money and they gonna move to the new home.
Yep.
But they just sold you that house for almost what they gonna buy the other house for. Probably just a
Yep.
little more
Yep.
for a brand new house.
Yep. It's just a game. It's the same thing. Like I say, I tell everybody on the show that's listening, I say, man, it's the same game. They run the same game they always ran on us. And if we don't look to the past to see they manipulation, they gonna manipulate us again and again and again. Because you gonna catch on to the tricks. The trickster is tricking. You're gonna just be another trick in his bag. And right now, black folks, we are tricks in the bag.
Yeah, it ain't enough of us like that do have the money to buy back property and buy land in this area or any area called the country.
Yep. I think the people with the money need to come together and and do exactly that. And matter of fact, you really don't take a lot of people that got money. It can take more people that's just got good credit, and everybody come up under an umbrella of what we are going to do. And you come up as a conglomerate up under the umbrella of any said company, and you do the same thing that they doing, but you let the people back in, but the prices are affordable. Because I know in California, it was a big deal about them not having affordable homes. Well, they pushing mostly everybody out. The prices in LA is ridiculous. One
Oh,
bedroom.
oh man, it's the worst in the Oakland area, San Francisco.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause a lot of black people that move out of them areas once they gentrified that. 'Cause the
yeah,
price is so high, that people can't afford to stay there.
yeah. And they doing it all around the country. They're doing it
Oh yeah,
all
'cause
around the country.
I seen it years ago, even in Georgia, they was doing it way like 20 years, over 20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I seen them did. They did it in downtown Atlanta when
Now,
they
now
tore
what
them
you were
little
talking about
projects down.
people organizing and getting together. Now I know they had been doing that in Georgia. They've been buying acres of land up there in Georgia. A lot of black people been getting together and getting that land and developing houses, affordable houses.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need because all the communities are gonna be lost and they're gonna shuffle us around. I see these new subdivisions and stuff that they are building out in was that Sims? They
Yeah,
a
I done
lot of
seen.
subdivisions and a lot of them look real nice. But the thing about that, they're not building those homes with real wood.
Oh yeah,
So
they throw them neighborhoods up so quick. A person that that really don't pay attention, man, it's amazing how quick they throw them houses up. The whole
yeah,
neighborhood, blocks of
yeah,
houses.
fast, super fast.
Yeah, I advise anybody if I was gonna buy a house, I really would. I'd buy my own land and build my own house.
Yep, that's the
I
best way
wouldn't
to
go
do
out
it.
there and spend 200, $300,000 on a house and it ain't made out of nothing.
Ain't made out of nothing. 15, 20 years, you'll be looking at your roof cave in, your floors cave in.
Cause what they was when they giving you like I think they were giving people like it was either $10,000 or $20,000 to move to Sim.
Yeah, to move the Sims.
Yeah, a lot of black people that move to Sim, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so they paying they down payments on the homes and all types of stuff. But black people ain't not catching on. This is the game.
Yeah, this bitch been going on across the whole country for
Yeah,
years. Like you
for
say, it go back to
years.
the '60s.
The sixties.
If they
All
see
the
an
way
area
back.
they want, they gonna make it go down. Then they gonna call it blight, cause they know all the houses. Like you say, you already done bought a house that's 30, 40 years old. Then after so many years, all them houses, people can't afford to, get them back to the original form. So it wound up
Yep.
being blight, just like Pretty Alabama.
Yep. And
That's
then
why that's one of the worst cities as far as blight in the whole country.
yep. Poverty is phew, wow. Places in the village, man, look
A
like
third
the
a third
wilderness.
world look like a third world country.
Yeah, you driving down the road, so many bumps and holes, and then you get to a part where you can't even go around it because the middle of the street got trees and bushes coming up out the ground. Can't even go around it. These streets.
Some street they ain't even there no more. Houses,
Yeah,
trees and grass growing up through houses.
yeah,
See, eventually they gonna do that over there.
yeah. Eventually they gonna do that on there because just like we were talking about, at first that area over there used to be military. Them
Yep, and
was
all white people.
yeah, all white people. I still remember when I was a little kid, uh going to the baseball field, we having to get chased home on most days when the older white boys are chasing us, and we can walk and be at peaceful if the younger ones come out, and we can chase them, you know. But after so long, that they moved out, they redlined it, they ain't bring that in, nothing. Same stores that's there. It's only two I think is remaining now, but them same stores been there 40, 50 years. No new stores popped up. The washery place they had is contaminated, destroyed. The baseball field is not there anymore. Can't even tell. It used to be a thriving park there. Thriving park there, man. Well, they never brought anything in. They never redeveloped it. I know that the city has supposed to have got so many millions of dollars to redevelop that area. Shit, man, I ain't seen a truck go down there and build nothing. And that's been over some years now. What happened to
Yeah,
that money?
it's a sad situation, but it's gonna take us getting together and doing what we got to do.
Yeah. This particular picture right here is an apartment complex where it was an apartment complex down the bay. And they put everyone out. Everyone. So I don't know if the owners sold it, but they redeveloping it. So matter of fact, I think they redeveloped it. Let me make sure. Go to this right picture, and they redeveloped it and put this there. Make sure. Okay. Yeah, I think they I might be wrong, but I think that they put these there now.
Yeah, it's all the same. Like gentrification, they say urban renewal, upscaling. They use all the same words, all of the same gentrification. They
All
gonna
of the
move
same
all. They
gentrification.
gonna push all the poor out. All they do is push the poor out to other areas of the city that's already poor. Then even some of them wind up homeless because they can't
Yeah,
afford to stay nowhere.
yeah, because they
Because
can't
in
afford
them
to
other
stay nowhere.
areas, it's only so many open spots in the other poor areas because it's already overcrowded.
Yep,
So the rest of them, they either have to relocate out of town or they might stay with somebody else and be homeless or
yep.
living on the street.
Living on the streets. And in California and a lot of big cities where gentrification is really present, is a lot of people working two and three jobs living in their car because they can't afford to live in an apartment. Apartment. And you working two and three jobs. Atrocity. Shame, America. Shame.
Really, it's getting that way in Mobile because, man, the rent down here, it done went up everywhere.
I seen that. I seen that a lot of apartments complexes down there is paying 12, 13, 14, $1,500 a month to live in. These the same apartments, man, people was paying $400 and $500 to live in a few years ago. And the
Oh, yeah.
wages ain't went up. So how you gonna just get the apartment rent and homes to just go up like this? Is a big game. It's a shame, and more
Yeah,
of us need to stop it. We need to stop it. Whatever we got to do, we got to stop it. I know one thing we got to do. We got to, like you said, we got to get with like minds, and we have to buy land and build.
yeah, we gotta buy the block back. That's the key.
Yep. And another thing, well, when they doing this, at least to another topic we had tonight, they start redistricting because once they move in others that's not from your community, they are going to redistrict that area. So instead of your councilman and city councilman being the person who you usually vote for, he's not going to be your councilman anymore. That's going to be He's going to still be your councilman in the areas they have yet to develop. But in these new areas, oh no, he ain't gonna be there. Gonna move him up out of there. They don't need him. No, they need their own people, and we don't fit that criteria, brother. So the ones that city councilmen that's not getting out here and letting these people know what's going on, hey man, they finna get rid of you too, brother. And when you stay there, and if you stay there, they just gonna vote you out because your people ain't gonna be in there no more. They putting your people out, and you ain't staying there to help your people. I didn't put your people out, not even put your ass out.
Yeah, they don't understand that. They just be happy to be amongst them.
Yep, for the short time. You probably
Yeah,
paid
on the
them off,
short
gave
term.
them a little money. So not to say nothing, be quiet about it. We're gonna help your community, gonna be in your community, and then you're gonna be the councilman in this area. Gonna be never middle class and money going around. You gonna be their councilman. Man, they finna vote your ass out the next time they have an election. You ain't who they want. They just trick you. You're a trick. Shame.
Yeah,
Family.
more of us gotta pay attention to these politics what's going on. Because if not, we gonna stay at the same pace we at, or we gonna start going backwards.
Yep. I remember a lot of times we remember, sitting on the porch with our families, you know what I'm saying? I remember you walking down the street with your big glasses on, getting ready to go to school.
Oh yeah,
But them memories gonna be a thing of the past. Cause when you go back to them communities, that house ain't gonna be there. The street ain't gonna look the same. The people that in that neighborhood ain't gonna look like us because they ain't grew up with us. Gonna be usually gonna be white middle class and moved us out. Couldn't fix us and help us when we lived in these areas to try to develop these areas and bring good education and good jobs into the community. So they got rid of us. And anybody know that deals with construction know about the red line when they put these red lines on our neighborhood. And those red lines disallows uh, people to come in and redevelop. And like you said, what they do, hey, they just change the rules. After they erase the line, they start letting them come in and redevelop. But they move us
oh yeah.
out.
One of the ones everything is just run down. Then that's when they come in and they change everything.
I got one of the guys on a comment, Mr. James Lewis Jackson. It's asking us what do we think about Senator Tuberville said the other day. Uh, Mr. Jackson, I don't really follow Mr. Tuberville. I haven't really heard what he said. Won't you in the comment section tell us exactly what he said, and we'll give you a good comment on it. We're gonna have to do something, man. A lot of us got to get together. I see a lot of black people building on homes, buying homes, and fixing them up, and renting them out. But we need more of us to come in and build whole communities. And this is what I'm not seeing in Mobile and Prisoner areas. I see we have a lot of carpenters and construction people, but they're only buying so many homes and fixing the homes up and renting them out. We need real black melanated developers to buy land and build communities or come in and redevelop the whole communities as a whole. That's the only way we're going to stop them from what they doing to us and making the people aware, because we got to make the people aware.
Oh, I see the Tuberville comment. He compared descendants of slaves to criminals on Saturday at a Trump rally. That's what he did
Wow.
in Mendon, Nevada. So he criticized Democrats for being pro-crime.
Wow.
So
Now
that's
this
what they
that
want to control you. Say that they want reparations because they think the people that do the crime are owed that. He said bullshit. They are not owed that. That's what he said.
now this is
But
from
you
the
know we
Auburn, the ex
yeah
Auburn
we
head coach showing his true colors now.
oh yeah. Yeah, we been
Show,
knowing he been racist though a long time.
yeah, he's showing them all them true colors. So he the type of he exactly those folks that's just doing the red lining and don't bring nothing in because he's talking about reparations because he know the reparations will help black people, and we don't really discuss reparations entirely because there's a lot of different things that come with the reparations. Some people want money, some people want land,
Man, hey,
other
I'ma
people
tell
want
you, a couple of years ago when they had a runoff election in Georgia for Republicans. The
yeah.
money they spent on that one election, it was enough money to get every black person in America $1 million. That was just our one runoff election. So it's nothing for them to give black people reparations.
Yeah, and then they just don't want to. They don't want to see us on a even playing field, or even somewhat of an even playing field, because they know we're gonna run past them. And I was just reading an article, man. Not to get off subject, but it all ties into each other. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they don't redevelop white neighborhoods. I'm just keep it real. They don't go up in there tear down whole white neighborhoods and then build everything back up so them white folks can't afford that. They
You
don't
know
do
why
that.
they don't do that? You know why
Yeah,
they don't? Cause we move in.
exactly. 'Cause we move in. But I was reading an article about doing World War II when Mobile actually got its growth from, because of the military base and the airplanes they was fixing and the ships that they was building. Uh, they were saying that a lot of blacks had came to town too, so they was getting jobs and stuff, down on the at the shipyards and stuff. And they gave, I think it was like roughly 200 and some jobs to black people. And the president at the time told them, don't do no discrimination on the hiring. So they promoted 12 black people to welders because everybody else was just doing, the cleanup work, the trash work. When they got those 12 people to become welders, the white employees went crazy. They went to fighting them and hitting them in the head with all type of weapons and trying to kill them just because 12 black people were promoted. Actually, it's not even a promotion, but just given a different job to weld. These mobs of white people just running around trying to kill any black person they seen. You mean to tell me that the hate is so real that you didn't even want to see 12 people given a different job? So when I hear Tuberville say that little shit that he said, that's what he remind me of. You don't want to see them reparations. They don't want to see our neighborhoods getting remodeled and we still staying there. They don't want to see black folks coming up and helping each other. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing in the world. All they're gonna do is run up in there and try to kill us. I mean, it's true. They've been doing it 400 and some years. It's the same tricks. The same tricks. Man, these white folks would have never voted for Donald Trump if Obama wouldn't have got in the office first. Come on, man. Tell the truth, man. They would have never voted for Trump if if Obama wouldn't have got in office first. They was upset and they was mad and they was pissed about that.
Yeah, see that just opened up a lot of black people eyes that they really just was blinded. They didn't realize it was bad as it is.
Yeah.
So open a lot of people eyes. People like us, we where we from, we know how it is. Been like that since we've been in this world before we've been in this world. So we already knew.
Yeah.
But a
We
lot of
already
people, they especially a lot of them that have jobs, that work around a lot of them, so they don't think that they co-worker like that because they talk to them or whatever.
yeah.
But when they at home, hey, they're a whole nother person.
Whole other person. And we're gonna have to get some of these developers. I don't really know how we gonna do it, you know, but we are letting the public know what they doing. So when you think that they building your neighborhood up better, don't do it. And if you want to sell, if you really in that position where you have no choice but to sell, there's a lot of us, we need something to get up. There's a lot of us, man. That's just how it is in the community. If you fall into one of those categories like that, man, hold that land for another year, another two, another three. If you're gonna sell it, get all your money worth out of it. Get all of it. Because if you sell it for the little 80,000, a little 100,000, a little $150,000 that they're offering you in 2, 3, 4 years, that same property that you live on now is gonna be worth $400,000. You've been living there your whole life, and you really want to leave, well, at least leave with something whereas you can go and buy a little piece of land and have you something built on it. You've been there all that time. You can last 2, 3 more years. They're gonna give it to you because without you giving them that land, they plan fail. You know, so anybody from down the Bay Area where they are at now, that's what they doing. Man, hold that land as much as y'all can. I would hold it forever if you could, until they give you what they gonna sell it for. They gonna have to do it because if you don't, they playing fail and they ain't what they playing failing. They'll burn your ass out before they do that. Hey,
Yeah, like you say, they got that trick. They play with them lines. Your property gonna be cheap, and once you sell it, like I say, it worth 3 times more than that or more.
yep. And when
And
they
see,
go
they been
to
playing this trick, and even though the white population been shrinking
yep,
over the over the last, I know, 10 years or more, probably 10 to 20 years, and
yeah,
our population been growing.
yep,
But
yep,
even here, a couple of years ago, Alabama got 7 districts, and it was only one of them where it was mostly blacks in. But
yeah.
that's because of how they manipulated the line.
That's right. The
So they even had to
redistricting.
go to court, and the judge say they made them have to have another district.
Yeah,
It was in federal court. It was like
yeah,
that was in 2020.
yeah. That's what they do. They gonna redistrict, and now your vote ain't gonna be worth nothing because it says say. Let me give you an example of redistricting. Say, for instance, in your district, you got roughly 15,000 people. Let's just say 20,000 people in this district that you live in. Well, once they start coming in and the redeveloping and stuff like that, or before they come in certain circumstances, they take that one district that you live in and they might split it up to 4 districts. The 4 districts on the side of you all that more likely is white. So now your 4 districts that 10,000, 15,000 people is split up. So it's a couple thousand here, so many thousand here, so many thousand there, so many thousand there. And now you got to vote in a different district. And that district, people that's representing those districts don't even look like you. So they don't look like you. And now you go from a majority in one district to a
To a
minority in another
minority.
district. Yeah, your rules and thoughts and concerns are not valid anymore because you're not in that district. What you want is not even being heard because hey, you're not a lot of it. You're not the majority over here. So
Yeah, when
then
it get
they
like
go
that,
in.
it's like your vote don't count.
Yeah, like you vote don't count. That's how they do. They had not then they had the vote. So instead of this district, and this district going to a certain politician, he can't even get that district no more because they redistrict the district, and now all his votes are being counted in another district where he's a minority at. So now instead of him capturing 80-85% of a certain district, he's only capturing 30% of that same district because the other part's been given out. So now he might catch 2% of this district, 2% of that district, 2% of that district, and it's not adding up, you know? So he, if anybody, should be in the forefront, excuse me, of the community, letting us know what's going on. But a lot of these politicians, man, are not for us for real. They're getting paid off. I mean, it's just for real. I mean, whoever your representative is down the bay, man, hey, if he ain't out there or she ain't out there telling y'all, hey, what's going on and getting y'all to mobilize, they ain't for you.
Yeah, 99% of them, that ain't what they trying to do.
Yeah. You them other districts, and the police. You know how the police is. They ain't stopping them. They stopping
I
us.
see a lot of time the problem with us, a lot of us that vote, they don't even know what the candidate about, what kind of policies they trying to implement. They just,
Nope.
if they a Democrat, they just gonna vote Democrat.
Yep. That's exactly how they do. And a lot of man, I was appalled to see the many people that came out to vote for the Mobile election. Oh my goodness. I mean, oh my wow. Out of 200 and some thousand people, you mean to tell me only how many? I think it was like 5 or 10,000 people came to vote and voted.
Yeah, it was. I think it was less than 10,000.
Yeah, I think
It
well, I
might.
know it was less than 10,000 people. And I mean,
I
wow,
think it was closer to like about 6,000 or something like that.
yeah. I mean, so if y'all ain't, if we ain't being active in the community with the city councilmen and stuff like that, this gentrification and redistricting, we're gonna see that, man. We're gonna see that, and we're gonna be pushed out. There
Yeah,
ain't
it
gonna
ain't
be
no,
nobody to blame but us.
ain't gonna be nothing we can do about it.
There ain't gonna be nothing we can do about it. Right now, Mobile, and I guess they're gonna have to have a governor with us. They is talking about annexing Pritchard again.
See what I just said. I ain't even know they was talking about that again. You see, that's what I said earlier. I said they gonna do that area in the next few years
Yeah,
because it's so much blight,
yeah.
so many rundown houses, and just it's plenty of land in Pritchard. If
Plenty.
somebody with the money come in and can develop it, it'll be a great place to be.
Yeah, they can turn it around. They can turn it around. They can bring them jobs and stuff in there. Because at one point in time they were trying to get NASCAR down there, and the land that they was gonna buy was in Pritchard. I'm gonna tell you what they did. Now, if you pay attention, they built that interstate. I forget what it's called, but they built that interstate.
One
Uh,
158.
yeah. They built
Uh,
that with a year or two before they even got to saying they were gonna bring NASCAR right there. See that interstate was gonna take the people of the population that was gonna come to NASCAR back to Sarah Land. That was letting them know so they could not bring that money, that revenue in Pritchard and have them people coming up and down 45. That's what they did. So then you ain't hear about the NASCAR stuff no more because it wasn't time. Mind you, what I tell you, listen what I tell you now. In a couple more years, if they annex Pritchard, they gonna put that state. They gonna bring that NASCAR racetrack up there, and they gonna redevelop 45. Like you can see that they trying to do little certain things on 45, but they gonna get all those black business owners out of there, out of there. So, because they're not gonna let us benefit. They
well,
is not.
I heard about St. Stephen Road too. The project that used to be on St. Stephen. They tore that down a few years ago. So that's
Yeah,
acres of land right there.
they finna build condos right there.
And they supposed to been widening out St. Stephen Highway 45. So once they do that, they're gonna drive all the black businesses that's around. They're gonna drive them out, and they're gonna have new, corporation franchises all down this
Yeah,
highway.
yeah. Right there where they are. Roger Williams was the projects.
Yeah,
They
Roddy
they
Williams.
knocked them down. So they finna build they was the high rise townhouses and stuff like that, and that's gonna be gated off. That's not gonna be for us, you know.
Cause you know, right down the street from there, is some high price apartments where a lot of white people stay right in Thomasville.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right by the new park that they had made.
Yeah, though you see them out jogging, they walk their dog.
Yeah, yeah. See, in the back of that, if you go to those apartments and you go to that park that newly built park that they built, that waterway right there, that waterway goes all the way to Roger Williams, go all the way back out to the bay. So what they're gonna do, they're gonna develop all of that around that waterway. So that's why now they is getting all them houses. They're gonna move all those people out, and they're gonna build all that stuff back up, surround that waterway. They're gonna clean that waterway out, and you're gonna see people down there with their sailboats going to the bay.
Oh yeah, cause they like I say they finna change the whole downtown area and everything around.
Yep.
Cause even like with the state docks with the opening to get there, you know they making that bigger so bigger ships can even come in Mobile.
Mm-hmm. Like people, y'all need to wake up now. Y'all need to get involved, get together, build, build, and build. We can't be left in the cold all the time, and you got people like us telling y'all what's going on now.
And
Y'all got to buy some of these land.
then too we can't forget about these kids. That's the key. The younger generation.
Yep. Yeah, we gotta teach them. We gotta show them, and on the man, we're gonna have to get land, and so when these kids get older, they'll have land. They'll have nice places. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
it's a
bro.
shame, huh?
What's good, fellas?
What's
Hey, what's
going
going
on,
on?
man?
What's up? What's up, man? I just want to get in on this. Hey, man, what we got to do ain't nothing gonna happen until we all, practice group economics, man. And that means
That's
taking about 4 or 5 people. You see, it's still houses in the South. It costs about 70,000, 90,000, even if it's 120,000. That's something 4 or 5 people, man, can get together and pay off in 2 or 3 years, man. That ain't that hard, man.
nope. I was telling we were speaking about that earlier, but I was saying that it really don't take so many of us that have big money, but it just takes a few of us to come up under one umbrella, start a LLC, and get loans to buy some of these properties and refurbish them and refix them up and make them affordable for the peoples in our communities.
Fix them up, and he said, and make them affordable. So you saying you willing to fix something up and take less of a profit to sell something about somebody affordable home?
Yeah, because I mean, who else gonna do it for our people?
I'm
They
gonna
ain't
And
gonna
tell
do
that's
it
the
for
you,
us.
government. That's a government job. You got to put that pressure on the government.
look,
But
right now down here in
you
Mobile
you you,
for
you don't you what
years.
you want though, man. You want the strong. You don't want the weak, man. The weak ain't never gonna be about nothing, get nothing done. So if they strong enough, they can collaborate with us, get in the group, and we can all buy houses together, man. Listen, man. Everybody pulling their resources together, man. Even if you get 10 people putting $7,000 into a pot a year, you can buy a $70,000 house just like that, man.
Yeah, but we still gotta think about our people. We can't just the weak people are our people.
But yeah, you get these houses. People that's left out, they want to come in. They already know the program. They got to get with the program.
Yeah,
They got to get on code.
got to get with the program.
They got to get
We
on
ain't gonna
code.
have
You
to
can't
open
just
now.
be a donation.
No,
See,
it
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna be
tell
no
you
donation. We
like
gotta
in
show them.
Mobile.
We gotta show 'em how to get their credit up. We gotta show them how to a lot of stuff. But we got to do it.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, man, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. You shouldn't give a man a fish. You teach him how to fish.
That's
Cause,
right.
'cause that,
That's right. You gonna teach them. That's what we go. We got to do that, man. These all people, man.
Yeah,
Ain't no man
I
left
don't
behind.
want to handicap people.
No, we ain't no handicap nobody. We gonna teach them. Like you say, the kids, like Travis say, the kids, they like to say, like I said before, it's easier to teach a kid than a broken man. But at the same time, a broken man is broken 90% of the time because we didn't have true leadership to show them a different way. See, a lot of us, man, we think it's easy because we think different. You know what I'm saying? But it's not easy. Everybody just don't think like that. We was blessed to do certain things, to see certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? But to take that and just run with it like shit, I can do it. You can do it. Come on, man. Everybody ain't like that. We gotta always, as black people, as melanated people, reach back to help those that miss those chances and miss those opportunities. You know, we got a lot of mental health stuff going on in our communities, man. You
Yeah,
know, we gotta help our people, man. I ain't leaving my people, man.
yeah, but ain't
yeah,
nobody left
our
behind.
people.
Nobody left behind. They just gotta join in. They gotta join us.
That's right. They gotta
And
join
see,
us.
and see, what's different about our community? We got people dealing with a lot of tragedy in their life,
Yeah,
for us getting locked up, a lot of us getting killed by each other, by the police. It's a lot of trauma in the black community.
yeah, it's a lot, man.
But people got to think, we ain't had the right to vote. It ain't been no long time since we had a right to vote.
That's right. And then
And
they
we
steady trying
still
to.
getting hung. Man, I mean, it ain't been a long time.
But yeah, it's only been two granddaddies, man. Like I say, 150 years, 140, 50 years, man. But
That's
and
Jim
even less
Crow.
than that.
Voting ain't never like what 50 years.
And then you
Yeah.
gotta look how they took land from a lot of black people years ago.
But you know, with all of that, what you said though, pressure make diamonds, man.
That's right.
You know, pressure make diamonds. You see what Tupac mama did with Tupac. She came
Yep.
out of Whiteville, man. White. I mean, not Whiteville, Lumberton. Man, you go to Lumberton, man, see how poor, how crazy, how impoverished that place is, man. And that's why she got with the Black Panthers. So I started taking direction. Got Tupac out of North Carolina. Got him out of Lumberton, North Carolina. Moved him up north, and then he was in a private school. Whatever you got to do, man. But
Yep.
first, it starts with people just listening and people humbling themselves. Just like the Bible says, if my people will humble themselves and change their ways, then I hear them, But
That's right.
if they ain't hearing you, like they say, man, ignorant people ignore. Ignorant
Yep.
people ignore people. So
Yep.
that's why they still in that position they in. So we destroy for lack of knowledge because we don't listen. You can't get knowledge if you don't listen.
But I'm gonna tell you though, if any other race would they wouldn't even be where we at right now.
No.
Because we the
Yeah,
strongest people.
That's right. We still making
that's what
progress
that's
in
what that's what
the
make the comeback even better. That's what made the comeback even better, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the victory is gonna be that much shinier, man.
Yep.
But
Right.
I
That's
was going to
true.
say earlier about the housing, like down here in Mobile, in this area, it's a lot of houses that need a little work. They selling them for a little nothing. And what's going on? You got the Asian people, you got white people buying them up in these communities over here in Mobile, the Pritchard area. That's who buying them up. That's who redoing
Yeah, yeah, but check it out
the
though.
blighted homes.
Check it out though. They can't they can't buy your property if you don't sell it. They can't take it. You got to sell it. If you don't sell it, they
Now
can't
see
get it.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on down here.
But
There's a lot of
I know
property
when they
that's
put these
air
businesses
property.
in the location, it becomes
Well,
more like a business district, and they raise the tax prices and all of that
yeah,
stuff. So yeah, I get it.
they,
There's a lot of property that's air property. So what
yeah,
happens is a lot of the families, the property is left, and they fighting over the land,
Mhm.
and that's how the blight
They're gonna
happens.
force to sell. You saying?
yeah. I'm gonna tell you what they do too. Now, they also got this law called eminent domain. Now, eminent domain means that they gonna come in and they gonna say they'll give you a fair market price, but you got to sell because they got plans to redevelop these
Yep.
areas,
Oh
and
yeah,
that outweigh
Yep.
everybody.
Yeah. Like if they want to put a highway or something through there.
Yeah.
yeah. You don't have a choice. You got to sell it.
Yeah.
Now the only way that you can stop that, like you say, you got to go back to the people. Everybody got to stand together. Everybody, those politicians, got to say, no, we're not doing that.
Right.
But we got to have those right politicians in there to vote
Yeah.
to,
Right.
to speak up for us.
That's right. We
And
gotta
you know,
have, like I said, we got to just be adamant about, only, being stubborn about only selling to us. If we can get to that point, man, look, if I sell, I'm selling to another black purchaser,
That's right.
a black buyer. But and then the politics, yeah, we'll take those sellouts. Yeah, let have them sell out to us.
That's right. Because
You
hey,
know,
group economics. Go back to group economics. What you said earlier. Group
yeah,
economics.
it's the only way.
It's the only way.
I mean, bro, man, these, it's a lot of groups that do this. You know, I don't want to start naming them, but you see it right in front of your face, man. That these people, you see them all. Some of them, a lot of them, they live together. They live in the same house. Even if you live in this, if you live in the house, you know, you could still you could pay it off that way also. Even living in that house, or just investing in that house and renting it out. Why are you paying for it?
Yep.
Or just many different ways, but
Yep. And then some of these places that's like, say that you got some people who really don't want to sell, but they really don't have the money to fix the homes up. So you can go to them and sublease it. Teach them about subleasing. Well, you lease it to me, and I'll pay you the rent that you want for
clever.
the home, and I'll fix the home up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can fix it up, and you can rent it out for what you want to rent it out for, and still, uh, he can still get the rent that he wanted. Because the house needs fixing up and it needs this and needs that. You can say, hey, listen, I'll take the house just like it is now. I'll fix the house up, and I'll give you, the money that you wanted to rent the house out for. And then you can still make the money uh that you rent it for on top of that. Then everybody happy. Then that black guy who owns that house don't have to sell. See, we need to go to a lot of our people like that, because some of our people don't want to sell because they lived here all their lives, and they're older now, and they don't want to have to do that. So we go to them and make it beneficial for them, where they won't have to sell their property and still make money off that property. You know,
Great point.
but hey, a lot of steel sharpen steels, and the more people that we get talking about this and becoming aware of what's going on together, we can come up with a way, man. Black people are smart, man. We are some smart, intelligent people when put in a society or a surrounding where we have to come together and come up with solutions. We can solve our own problems, but we can
Yeah,
only
you can
do
do
it
that.
together.
It could be done. It's only gonna be a few of us. That's gonna be all in with it, and then you're gonna have some people that just gonna talk about it. They ain't gonna do nothing, and then you got other ones that they just living their life. They ain't really worried about none of this stuff.
Yeah, but I think it's
But something else. Right now, like different people, if they business minded people, you can right now the government, like if it ain't too hard to get a general contractor license. If you can get that, the government is giving away money to general contractors. They giving it away. See, that's one way right there. A lot of us
yeah,
right now can do that and get money and rebuild a lot of houses.
yeah. But I see it's being done, but it's just not being done on a scale that's really going to impact the community. I see a lot of young black men and young black women out here buying the homes and fixing them up. But we need to do it on a larger scale. So that means that we're gonna have to deal with each other. We're gonna have to sit down, put our differences down, put our biases away, and stand together. I mean, only together can we make it as a whole, man.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then even right now too, each different states, it's different in all the states. Like the money they giving, but the government giving like the money for your down payment and closing costs, and you don't have to pay it back. The
Yeah,
government got that going on right now too. See, a lot of us we get the information late.
yeah,
By the time we get it, the other ethnic group they done got all the money. By the time we realize what's going on.
yep. So we need to reach out to some of these black realtors, the males and females,
Yeah,
and the
you can
ones.
call them right now and they can inform you about what's going on. You can get the down payment and closing costs and don't have to pay it back. But the only thing about it, you have to make sure you keep that house like at least a couple of years.
Yeah, we definitely need to reach out to some of these people and bring them on the show and let these people know what these programs are called, so we can take a hold of some of these
Yeah,
deals and loans and grants that they giving out. As you
yeah,
know, knowledge is power. So we got to spread. That's what we do here at the Burning Lighthouse. We spread our knowledge. We spread the truth, and we help uplift and strengthen the people through knowledge. What we see, what we know. That's the only way we can make it together.
agreed. Before you close the show out, man, I want to say make another suggestion, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I think it'll be. I don't think at this point, man, it'd be too much, man, to try to collaborate with some, well, I'm just gonna use my example for a second. My sister, man, she a school teacher, but you know what I mean, like people like where she live at. If we was to be able to buy a building and then set her in place to teach along with one of somebody else from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, that'd be a start for homeschooling for some of the neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about that homeschooling on one of our other episodes, that we need more of that, because we can be actually teaching them what we talked about tonight about the gentrification and the redistricting, because, we need to teach them earlier about the stuff because, hey, like we say, these what they doing is not new. It's only old. They only just redoing what they've been doing. So we teach our kids at a young age the tricks, and they won't get tricked. But with that said, we're gonna go ahead and end the show. It's been wonderful talking with you brothers, and hopefully we've reached someone out there, one, two, three, however many, to get people to talk, to raise awareness in the community, so everyone would know what's going on and we would know how to combat it. So that said, good night, America and the world, and thank you, Travis, and my brother Dave, and I'm Eric, and we out.